up, dude? And welcome to the Boss Up Ball Out podcast, your trusted source for Detroit Lions news and rumors. It's your man, Kurt Steele. Do us a favor, like the video and share it with other Lions fans like yourself. If you like the content, subscribe to the channel. We are on our way to 2,000 subscribers. We're a little bit over 1,700 right now. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel and be a part of the Boss Up family. Now it's time to bring in my co-host. First up, man, it's El Guapo from Yak Town. Cool Torrance. What's going on, my guy?
What's up, everybody? Happy Monday.
Man, and fresh off a football camp that happened over last week, man, it's our resident defensive line coach. It's the Wolverine. Who?
Hey, we started two-a-days yesterday. Coach Mike Jones. Who?
Man, what's going on? Now it is time to tell you how our show works. We look at Detroit Lions news, rumors, and takes. If we disagree with what's being said, we say it's bossed up. If we disagree, we say it is balled on. And we tell you why we disagree or agree with what's going on, man. Now it is time to get into the topics of today. First up, we're looking at what happened in week 1 on the offense. Then we get some big stories from the defensive side of the ball and some roster and injury updates for the Detroit Lions. First up, man, we got my man LL Cool Torrance, who's going to tell us what's going on with that defensive side, the offensive side of the ball. What you got, LL?
All right. Well, the first point on that list there, which I believe everybody has been seeing, I think they're doing that on purpose to shove it in my face, and that's the Jameson Williams show. And of course, with that means that just like Coach Mike had posted in our group chat, talking about don't disrespect Goff's arm strength. Not yet, not quite yet, but no, I'm excited to see that, of course, because that's all we've been hearing about. That's all that most of the fans have wanted to see that guy. Just put up some production, and for the most, is just so people will stop talking about him like he's a bust. He hadn't had, too many off-season opportunities, I guess you could say. Like he's had his off-season taken away from the first 2 years, for whatever reason, whether it be injuries or suspension, stuff like that. So he's actually been able to have a lot more time with Goff, and it really seems like it's paying off. Of course, that's what I'm waiting on. Hopefully they can put that in the game plan a lot more. I joke and say that they found a way to get the ball to DJ Chark, but they couldn't find a way to get the ball to Jameson Williams. Maybe they're going to do that now. The next one up, of course, is our kicker battle. And it's now the Jake Bates show. The Money Badger, Michael Badgley, or Bagley, whatever his name is. If I'm saying it right, sorry, sir. But is out for the rest of the season with the leg injury. I don't know the specifics of it. All I saw was leg injury. But yeah, Jake Bates, I forget which day it was, but it was a big blast. He went 6 for 6 and things like that. But over this weekend, he struggled a little bit. Let's see, I'm trying to figure out. He struggled a little bit and missed from 60, 56, and 46. But, but like I said, before that, he was 6 for 6. I believe they were all 50 plus. So, kicker news, however you want to look at that. And back on the line with Jameson Williams and things like that, the young wide receivers out there are making plays. Some very little known wide receivers. And they just throw out a couple names like Darius Fountain and Jalen Calhoun have been seen making some nice plays out there. From different quarterbacks as well. You've heard different things about Hendon Hooker. I've seen different headlines saying that he's looked sharp. I've seen some, just watched a couple videos. I heard people say that not so much. He'll look okay on certain plays, and then other plays he'll look just like a rookie. And in my mind, that's how he's going to look, because technically he is a rookie. He hasn't had much of a full offseason either. So. Jameson Williams, the Jake Bates, Jameson Williams show, Jake Bates, and our young wide receivers making plays. What do you guys think about those?
Yeah, definitely. If you look at what's going on, I said it last week, Jameson was putting everybody on notice he's going to have a big year. Williams has been putting on the clinic in camp. One thing I've noticed about him this offseason is his footwork is better. It's improved. His balance is improved as well. He's getting off the line of scrimmage a lot cleaner. saw him make a move on Carlton Davis the third the other day, man. He just left him standing there. All Davis could do was put his arm out and still just broke through it. With Bates, he's been booming those kicks in practice. I think if he could stay accurate and the job is his to lose. Are the Lions going to bring in someone to challenge Jake? Right now, time will tell because they brought guys in, but they haven't signed anybody. And like you, the one name I keep hearing is Darius Fountain. I keep hearing that name. He's keep popping up. And Antoine Green has been making some plays, but Fountain is one of the names it just keeps resonating. Like I keep hearing it from different outlets and what I'm reading coming out of the My Performance Center. That final wide receiver spot is going to be a tough decision for the coaching staff. I like what I'm seeing coming out of the offense right now from the guys in Allen Park, man. I just like what's going on. Ben Johnson has this offense clicking, and like Sam Laporta said it in his interview the other day. He's like, it's just the continuity. Like, there's no really drop off from last season. They're already established, and there's no like drop off from where they were at the end of the season last year. What you got, Coach Jones?
Yeah, Jan, I told y'all, man. I mean, I know y'all know it too, but I'm telling people, man, this James was finna do something dirty. Don't be surprised if he challenges Amon-Ra St. Brown for the most yards on the team. Yeah, in the receiving group, man. That man is electric, and now that he's confident, he got a little bigger, he bulkier, man. Man, y'all better watch out, man. Y'all gonna be like, man, I felt the breeze, but I don't know what it was. It was James scoring a touchdown. That's what it was. And then two, man, the receiver group, I think, man, I know Darius Fountain in this pajama party. I know they put the shells on, but still, it's like, I think he might make the practice squad, but I think Antoine Green got that sold up. I'm just gonna be on the real with you, man. I feel like him knowing the system and him already taking the reps, man, that is just so key, man, when it comes to training camp. And I'll let y'all know why in my final thoughts. It's just that's just so big, man. And Jake Bates, I think Jake Bates will be the kicker. Jake Bates. What it's gonna take for him over this next about month is gonna be work. It's gonna be the amount of work he puts in, the amount of time he kicks. Because you gotta think in USFL he didn't have this type of coaching. You know what I'm saying? So when he gets to NFL, he has real coaching. I think they'll hone it in, and he'll get his accuracy locked down, and he'll be straight, man. So I think Jay Bates gonna be our guy moving forward.
Right, I have to agree with that. Hey, do us a favor, like the video, share it with other Lions fans just like yourself. Drop us a comment about what you think, what's going on with the offensive side of the ball, man. And thank you for starting your week off with us, man. We recapping week 1. Week 2 starts today, and today is the first day of padded practices, man. So we're gonna have a nice show tomorrow. Got a special guest coming on, so make sure you tune in for the live at 8:00 tomorrow morning. All right, time to switch to the defense side of the ball, man. And who else better to talk about defense is our defensive coach, man. What you got, Coach Jones?
For sure. So, man, Emmanuel Mosley is healthy, fully healthy. He's a full go, no limitations, and he's been playing some nickel. He's played a little bit outside, but he's been playing some nickel to create a little battle area nickel, because a healthy Emmanuel Mosley is arguably our best corner. If he can return to 2022 against with San Francisco, he's our best corner. I'm gonna put it out there. I know everybody high on TA and and all of that and Carlton Davis, but if Emmanuel Mosley can return to his form, then he's the best. And there's a reason to believe he can return to somewhat form, or they wouldn't have gave him a contract. So that just is what it is. Levi Onwuzurike is playing a little bit of defensive end, which may shock some people because he didn't put on a little bit of weight, and having a 300-pound defensive end is kind of scary because they know whether you have the versatility, the speed, the agility to play a defensive end spot. And if you can play defensive end at 300 pounds, Oh boy, it's gonna be some hurting quarterbacks' backs. I'm telling you right now, and all that weight falling on quarterback's back, 300+ pounds. Yikes, that's not gonna be good. And last but not least, Derek Barnes is a little bit feisty, and I know why he's feisty because he's trying to get that contract. That's why, because they haven't signed him to a contract. So Derek Barnes feel like, you know what, I got a little chip on my another extra. I got 2 chips on my shoulders right here, and you know, we already carry a chip on the shoulder with the Lions, and now he got that extra. I need a contract chip, and he been getting into it with Dan Skipper, and it was said afterwards that Skipper and you know, he's like, man, that's us, you know, we just competing, you know, as guys. He said, almost quote, he said we both A types, you know what I'm saying? Take type A personalities, man, and that's just what it is, man. When you got those guys out there competing like that, nobody wants to lose. Nobody wants to be the punk. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna punk me in camp, bruh. So but Derek Barnes got into it also with our tight end. I forgot his name right now.
Brock Wright.
Brock Wright.
Yeah, Brock Wright. Yeah, Brock Wright. Yeah, he got into it with Brock Wright as well. So Derek Barnes got a little chip on his shoulder, and that's good. That's gonna be good coming off the edge. I think he's gonna, you know, do a little bit more coming off the edge, but. Now, what do y'all think about these 3 defensive people that I'm not gonna say they're the only standouts? They're just the 3 stories that sat with me the most.
What you got, Ella?
Well, of course, that man, Emmanuel Mosley. I've talked about him a couple of times. I'm just willing to see what's going to take, or what he's going to be able to do, man. How healthy he is and all that other stuff. To me, it's a modern medical miracle that he's actually able to be out there. Or maybe I just don't know. ACL or knee injuries just that well. And the other one, of course, that Levi Onwuzurike playing in. I hit y'all up and asked y'all about that because remember when they first came over, and I don't know if that came from them, but they was talking about playing at 3-3-5 or whatever. I know all of that can be you know, messed to some people. All of them, you know, 3-3-5, 4-3-3-4, all that. It's all gonna be the same thing in the end, type thing. But when you get that, like just I guess certain markers, I don't know what's the proper term would be, but just like a big end like that. Yeah, we might see what I think some of us are looking for, more odd man fronts and stuff like that. So shout out to Levi just for, again, another modern medical miracle. Cause you know, he had a bad back. And once they say your back go, it ain't much longer before everything else do. So shout out to that young man. Hopefully he can stay healthy and show us some stuff.
All right. For me, I look at these 3 stories. And I had some really interesting kind of thoughts, like you guys said. I have to say I was pessimistic about Mosley coming into the season. I never thought I would see him as a full go for the start of the season, let alone training camp. And I have to agree with you a little bit. I don't know if he's our best corner, but 80% Emmanuel Mosley is better than most of our guys that's on the depth chart right now. He can bolster that group that needs some veteran presence. So I like the fact that he's out there. And now that his back is healed, Onwuzurike has the opportunity to live up to the potential that made him a 2nd-round draft pick by the Lions. He put on that needed weight on the frame, like you said, Coach Jones. He can play. If he can play at a high enough level at defensive tackle and defensive end, he will be a vital part of that rotation on the defensive line for AG's defense. And for my man DB, Derek Barnes, man, that dude is all business during training camp this year, as he was last year, because he was trying to keep off Jack Campbell. You said it. He's in a contract year. He has something to prove, man. And he's still trying to keep Captain Jack off his back on that leader and that middle to off the ball linebacker position. And with AG overseeing that defense, man, Barnes is going to show that aggression because AG is going to be aggressive. You see, they already chirping out there, and AG is going to have his guys ready to go. And he's just kind of pushing his team. And Barnes has said, man, he said he ain't gonna put up with no BS this year. So that come from the teammates or the opposing team. So I like what I'm seeing out of Derek Barnes right now out of training camp, man. It's just good. I'm loving the aggression that you see. And they passed it up. They were like, nah, man, you know, just competition between us, right, man. It's all good. So it wasn't nothing like that's gonna linger for days. He's just out there to say, hey, man, I got something to prove this year. Give me my money If I ain't gonna get my money here, I'm gonna get it somewhere else because I'm gonna put some good things on tape. So I'm like what I'm seeing out of Derek Barnes. Like this video, man, and share it with other Lions fans just like yourself. Said it already in the show earlier, man. We're on our way to 2,000 subscribers, and we're at 1710 at the time of this video, man. Thank you for starting your week off with us, man. Week 2, like I said, starts today. I can't wait to see them pads come on, man, because that's gonna be some good content for the rest of this week. Because they're gonna be popping them things, popping them things, man. That defense they're gonna be ready. Coming, they already chirping, and the offense is chirping too. J-Mo throwing the ball, St. Brown throwing the ball up and trying to make a big play. I can't wait to see the stories coming out of Allen Park starting today. All right, last but not least, man, we got to update you guys on what's going on with the actual roster, and we talk about Jake Bates, man. Not Jake Bates, Michael Bassett. He went to the IR with a torn hamstring. He was warming up the other day and tore his hamstring. That's what caused the injury. So he's on the IR ending his season. The team, I said, they have worked out a few kickers, but they haven't signed one yet. So there's still a roster spot open for Detroit right now. Rookie guard Christian Mahogany was placed on the non-football illness list as he continues to struggle to get healthy enough to get on the field. See what happened out there in Baltimore with Lamar Jackson with that illness. So I don't know what's going on with these guys, man. They said some kind of flu was going around. The Lions waived offensive lineman Matt Farinaut with an injury settlement. Say it again.
For Noy.
Okay. All right. The Lions added an international player, defensive tackle David Bata. Now, the team gets an additional roster spot for Bata per the rules of the international player pathway. So that's why we still have a roster spot open. We have allowed to have 91, not just 90, because of the international player pathway exemption for the roster spot. And then finally, the Lions added veteran linebacker Malik Jefferson. He is known as a special teams ace, and Dave Fitt will have quite a special teams crew this season. You look at these guys, man. You look at who he has in the special teams, man. All pro last year, Jalen Reeves-Maven brought back CJ Moore, and now you added another guy to the list who's a special teams ace. I'm liking what I'm seeing for Dave Fitt, man. And it goes back to what the coaching you said about Jake Bates and the coach he's going to get at the NFL level. He goes from the UFL, and of course, I won't say that they're bad coaches, but they're not NFL coaches. Some of them have been in the NFL, but they're not current NFL coaches. And he goes to one of the best special teams units in the league. And I would put Dave Fitt as one of the best special teams coordinators across the NFL. The guy is like that. The guy can coach, and he puts his guys in the best position as a special teams coordinator. And you just love the stuff you see when you see his pressers, man. Good press conference. But I like not just that, but I like what he does with the guys on the field. And we have a very good special teams unit. You look at what he's done with some of the guys, man. To have a guy like Reeves maybe make all pro as a special teamers, I think he was the only one. I mean, and he made, and not only did he make the AP All Pro, he made the NFLPA All Pro. So you gotta look at that. But looking at what we have for personnel moves, man, what do you think we do with that extra roster spot? I'm gonna go to you first, there, Coach Jones. What you got?
Man, I think we actually keep it open. I think we keep it open until at least a week or two in the preseason. I don't know if they have to have it filled before preseason starts, but if not, I think they keep it open, man. I think they keep it open to add a guy, and you're gonna see what we need as a team, and then later on, I think they're gonna add it. So, because there's still a few guys that have not been signed yet. So, I think that's what they're going to do.
All right. What you got, LL? What do you think the Lions do with that extra roster spot?
Same. Keep it open until they can find somebody to come in. Hopefully, it'll be, out of research, I guess. Like you want to bring them in and get an eye on them and not out of necessity. Like somebody went down and we actually got to bring somebody to take somebody's spot. But I kind of think they're going to leave it open as well.
All right. Excuse me, let me get that off the screen. All right, so All right. So last thing for me, ask you guys, man. I'm gonna get Lions a big boss up for what they've done in training camp so far. I like what I'm seeing from the offense, defense, and even the special teams. Even Jake Bates struggled the other day. So boss up, ball out, man. We really didn't, this a recap show. We didn't have takes to kind of like agree or disagree. But what do you guys think about the Lions camp so far? Boss up or ball out? Just go ahead and give me the signs. There you go. Boss up from Coach Mike.
3 times.
LL giving that boss up, man. For real. I like what we got going on, man. Like I said, pads come on today, man. Those are our topics for today, man. It's time to give out our parting shots. And Coach Jones, man, you had something to say this morning. So what you got?
Yeah, man. This is piggybacking off of kind of what I said earlier, man. Is going into year 3 into a system, you can tell the difference. You can tell when guys can hit the ground running. When you don't have to go over so much of the little things. You kind of do in the beginning, kind of touch bases, but you're so far advanced in your game plan that you can get stuff down and you can move on to other things, and you get the stuff that you probably didn't plan on, getting to, but you were like, wow, we're ahead of schedule, so I'm gonna throw this new wrinkle in. We're gonna work on this as well. And those things, man, that the Lions have been doing, and also us. We had our first two-a-day yesterday on a Sunday. That's how you know we serious. We starting on a Sunday. And it just that year 3, man, that's something, man. That's something. So shout out to the Lions, shout out to the Northwest Mounties, because we hitting the ground running, man.
All right, what you got there, LL? What you got for the people today?
Shout out to Coach Mike and I was about to mess that team name all the way up in his team. But happy Monday, man. Go see Deadpool if you haven't. Have a great day.
All right, for me, I want to give a shout out to my big homie from Flint, Michigan. Clarissa Shields went out this weekend and won the WBC heavyweight champion for the women's side, and she's won a light heavyweight belt as well. She was actually at Lions camp before the fight. She was there on Friday hanging out with the crew. She would see with all her belts and gold medals and everything. You see Sheila Hamp almost falling over trying to hold the belt because she's little. But shout out to her, man. To see where she's come from, and if you guys didn't know, a little backstory, her first coach in boxing, Jason Crutchfield, that's my cousin. That's my first. I ain't talking about cousin like 2, 3, cousin, second, third. No, that's my first cousin. That's my dad's sister's son. So my man, Jason Crutchfield, man, look at your product that you started out with, man. I appreciate you, man. I look what you did, man. And Clarissa Shields, man, she's doing it big. Yeah. She's out there. She got all the belts. I mean, her trophy case is huge. So shout out to the big homie, man, from Flint, man. Came out there and showed out. Second round knockout, TKO, and just doing
too.
big things, man. She's there. It was ugly, but congratulations to her. For me, she is my balled out player of the week, man. Go out there winning all those belts, man. She is doing big things, man. Do us a favor. If you don't know, follow us on your favorite social media platforms, man. And woo-wee, you already know what's coming on Thursdays, man. It'd be straight thirst on Instagram on Thursdays for your boy LL Cool Toys, man. Thank you guys for watching the show today, man. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. Like I said, have a special guest. It is Marissa Tigney of the Marissa Knows podcast, man. She's gonna be on here talking Lions football. She's a native Detroiter and she knows her sports, but she's gonna come and talk first day of padded practice tomorrow. From first day of padded practice day. She's gonna talk about that tomorrow with a recap of the training camp for the first padded practice. I can't wait to see them things, man. It's gonna be on popping in this thing. Hey, do your man Kurt Steele a favor. Whatever you're doing in life, you got to boss up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. For my man LL Cool Toys and Coach Mike Jones, this is Kurt Steele, and we will holla at you real soon.